In today's video, we're going to look at all things Metaverse, understand what it is and all the use cases for it, as well as to understand how we can potentially make some money as investors in this exciting new market. Nothing I say on this channel is financial advice or your own research. Let's get into it, guys. So you're probably wondering what a metaverse is if you haven't heard about it before, and that's where we come in and tell you guys. So here we are over on mygreatlearning.com, and we're going to use a few articles today to help us understand a little bit more about the metaverse. So metaverse is a shared online 3D space where users can interact with each other and with computer-generated objects and avatars. It's a virtual world that uses the internet as its underlying network. Metaverses are used for various purposes, including social networking, online gaming, education, and training that can be used to create entirely new and magical worlds. Now, you've probably thought about this concept in the past, and there's certain movies out there that definitely refer to this concept, but basically it's enabling you to basically live a second life, perhaps, where you can integrate with other people from around the world in various different scenarios, playing different games, catching up at events, visiting different locations that maybe you don't get the chance to visit in real life, and so much more. Now, there's lots of different ways that you can enjoy the metaverse, and perhaps you can even make some money. Now, you've probably heard of GameFi or play to earn games, in which you take part in different games in order to earn various rewards. But there's also other things within the metaverse that you may never have considered. Online betting and casinos have basically been a thing for a while now, but perhaps moving into the metaverse, you could see a whole new type of environment in which players interact with others around the world, and you could go and perhaps visit the world's most famous casinos from the comfort of your own home. And it's this that has endless possibilities for monetization. And this is potential for all the stakeholders in its development and usage. According to the industry estimates, revenues from virtual reality gaming worlds could reach $400 billion by 2025, and Metaverse could cumulatively generate $1 trillion in value. And if you're looking down to participation in play-to-earn games like virtual reality poker, esports betting, and others are already around. You can do online gambling for various different horse races. You can also take part in lots of different games that might just be sort of playing for fun, but also with the benefit of added extra rewards. Platforms like Blocktopia will have entire floors or divisions dedicated to play-to-earn gaming. Now, something else very exciting could potentially exist. Now, you've probably heard of pay-per-view, so things like the UFC and various other matches that go on around the world have a pay-per-view function where the company that owns the rights to that program can rent out a viewing of a particularly important event. Now, this could also exist within the metaverse, where you could have famous musicians, DJs, etc. playing to crowds of people on the metaverse, and you have to go and buy your own ticket in order to be able to attend. And unlike a conventional concert that has basically a limited amount of space, because there's only a limited amount of room available for people to come and attend, this could potentially open an opportunity up to millions, where millions of people around the world get the opportunity to see their very favorite DJs and artists performing right in front of their eyes through a virtual reality headset or something like this. And you could sell individual tickets, perhaps just for $1 or a couple of dollars each, but potentially to millions and millions of people. And everyone is a winner in this because many people get access to something they may never have had access to before. And as well as that, the companies that are creating these events will also stand to make good returns as well. Now, you may have heard of the sandbox in the last few years, and the sandbox basically offers you the opportunity to buy parcels of land around the world in the form of NFTs. Now, some of those pieces of land early on were selling for just a few $100s, and within weeks, people were then flipping them and selling them for multiple hundred thousands of dollars. People like Paris Hilton, Snoop Dogg, and then other huge brands like Adidas, Atari have all started to take interest in the sandbox. As well as that, you've got big names within banking like JP Morgan also paying attention to the opportunities that buying this virtual land could have into the future. And if you come down below, you can see these pieces of land, and you can go and become a landowner and change it into whatever you want. This is a very exciting and new way to interact with the metaverse, and offers people who have perhaps the creativity but lack perhaps the coding skills, etc., to be able to interact and display their creativity with other people. So in summary, the metaverse, whether you know it or not, is about to take a huge part of your life. It's about to have a huge impact on your life. Perhaps the way you attend events, the way you do shopping, the way you interact with other people on the internet is going to change very, very quickly. And I think this is potentially a good and a bad thing. I think there's lots of good that can come out of this, providing people with lots of new experiences and exciting things, but perhaps there'll also be a negative aspect where people are less and less likely to be encouraged to go out and socialize in public. However, one thing is for sure, metaverse growth is going to be insane. So early adopters within the metaverse stand to make some excellent games. We already talked about Blocktopia. I also like the Sandbox. I like Internet Computer and Mana Decentraland. And just the other day we made a video about that. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you want to be kept up to date with all of the hottest picks in metaverse tokens, crypto in general, NFTs, and much, much more. Also guys, hit that like button for me. Thank you so much for doing that, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye-bye.